Hey, what's up guys? It's Vatonage. Welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today I'm showcasing the top 5 machinery add-ons, and I'm not going to be including basic machinery or advanced machinery in this list, because a lot of these are like expansion add-ons for those. So if you want, you can download both of those at the top of the description. They're probably my favorite ones, so that wouldn't really be fair to put those on this list. But here's the top 5 ones. So let's start with number 5. This one's called Modern Machinery, and it adds a bunch of new machines and stuff, but this add-on does use a custom ore, so I'm not sure if you can get it from the machines, so it's probably not obtainable in like a skyblock or something. So I wouldn't really use this in Sky Factory, but if you want to use this in a normal world, it should work fine. And this is kind of an interesting kind of add-on because there's like these 5 generators that generate different type of power, which is kind of interesting, and they just generate it passively, kind of like a solar panel, and they go into these custom pipes, and these 5 power sources are used in a lot of the machines. So I don't really know which ones use what. You'll have to go on the website to look at it. I think this one is the one I played around with, and it uses this power. So it should say what side it goes from, like what side of the machine it goes in. But this one, it goes from the bottom, so you just put it in like that. And this one's a magnet, so whenever it receives power, it'll teleport the items on top of it. As long as it's like kind of far away, I think, like there. And it should teleport the items just right on top of it whenever it receives power, just like that. And there's a bunch of other ones in here, like there's a TNT generator, and auto farmer, block breaker, block smelter, and all of these things. So if you want to learn how to use all of these, then watch the video or look at the add-on page on Vatonage.com. And all of these add-ons are on Vatonage.com, by the way. So yeah, this is a pretty good one. It's not compatible with basic machinery. I mean, it works in the same world, but it just, the pipes don't work together. So yeah, and there's also like conveyors and item elevators and stuff, which is pretty cool. So the item elevator is really nice for because I just haven't added one of those yet. And next is the Hog Power add-on. So this one's kind of an old one, but it recently got updated. So this one does work with advanced machinery if you want, but it also works by itself. So you kind of, I'm pretty sure you set it up like this, and this is basically like the power core. So now, once you've done this, you've basically created the power core for this add-on, and you can place like solar panels like all over the place and stuff. And it should like store the power from everything. Yeah, it's got some power in there. And then you can use all of these different machines, so you can like use this zombie mob spawner, I think, and then you just place it and it should spawn them. I'm not really 100% sure how it works, but you have to right click it to turn it on, and it should, yeah, there you go, it just spawned one, and it all works wirelessly and stuff. And you can also, there's a power converter which converts power into advanced machinery power. So if I place a power core right here, as you can see, it has no power and no way to get power, but if I place this somewhere, then all these solar panels should generate power for this. But I think I might have to get rid of this one first. So if I break this, then I think it might be sending power to this. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I've seen it work before. Maybe I have to place solar panels around this thing. yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it works, but if you just want to use it with the this other setup, then you can just build it like this, and all the recipes should be in the recipe book, and it just adds a bunch of new machines for you to play around with. And this one also adds oil, so if you have this with basic machinery, it might get confusing because there's like 2 types of oil and they're named the same, so yeah, that could be kind of confusing. But yeah, this is more of like an advanced machinery kind of add-on. Alright, and the next one, let me get rid of this stuff really quick. Okay, next is Draconic Evolution. So this is one of my add-ons, and it's an advanced machinery expansion add-on. So basically this add-on adds a new ore that spawns in the end, and it's called Draconium, and you mine it on the end islands and stuff, and you can use it to make all these cool machines and stuff. These 2 just generate power, and the rest of these are like weapons you can craft, and the dragon heart you get from killing the ender dragon. And you can convert these normal draconium ingots into these awakened ones if you have 100,000 power in your power core. So you can just use a command if you want, like what I'm doing. Or you can place a bunch of solar panels. But there we go. Power. And now it should be full, so if you drop a draconium ingot, it turns into an awakened one, and I think it got picked up by this thing. That's a long range. Alright, let's do that one more time. And you can also right click it. And if you don't have enough power, then it will take the items away from you, so don't use it if it doesn't have enough power. And you can use it, you can use all of this to craft stuff like exoskeletons. These will give you like speed or defense and saturation if you use them. So this one, defense, if you put it on, it won't do anything until you stand on this and it charges. And it takes power away from the power core to charge the battery on the exoskeleton. And as you can see, I have resistance and fire resistance because of it. And if I check this battery, it will say how much power I have stored. So as you can see, it stores 100,000 and it looks just like the power core battery. And it's slowly going down, so you have to charge it pretty often. And these new swords, if you right click them with an exoskeleton on, it drains the power a little bit. But it also gives you strength and regeneration. And this one gives you speed, so it's pretty strong, and they also do a bunch of damage. And you can also use these guns if you have an exoskeleton on, but it also uses a lot of the power. So yeah, that's basically it for this add-on. It's a pretty good one if you want weapons for machines and stuff. So yeah, next is the next add-on is this one. It's called Better Machinery, and it adds a couple of new machines for basic machinery, and they're all pretty decent. So there's 2 new types of solar panels, the Ultra Solar Panel and the Advanced Solar Panel, and they're pretty good. They go a lot faster than the normal one from basic machinery, so you can use these ones instead and get more power, I guess. And then there's this one, a power exchanger, and it turns basic machinery power into advanced machinery power. So if I grab a power core, I haven't tested this yet, but I'm pretty sure it just turns this power into this power. So if I just do that, then yep, it looks like it works. So for each power you generate, it generates 30 RF. So yeah, that seems pretty fair. It's generating it really slow though, so and this power is kind of hard to generate, so I wouldn't recommend using this because it's just not worth it. It's better just to use like advanced machinery solar panels or advanced machinery power generators. But if you really want to, there you go, and now you have a way to do that. And There's also these other machines. I'll go over them all one by one because this is actually a pretty cool one, and there's not too many of them. So the advanced trash can just generates power whenever it receives an item, so it's just a little bit better than the normal one. And then there's an auto cooker and an auto smelter, and these are similar to the ones like the powered furnace from basic machinery, except they use a different power source, kind of. So for this one, you can't use normal power. You use like this weird heat that you can generate. So to generate heat, you use a heater, and whenever the heater receives power, it turns into some heat. So it's basically just power that's been turned into heat, and it's pretty, it just adds another step. But as you can see, you can now use these, and it turns like iron ore into iron ingots, and the cooker turns like raw pork chop into like cooked pork chop and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty good. And next, I'll show off this battery. It's kind of, the texture is kind of broken though. It's interesting, but as you can see, as it fills up more, and I think it can store up to 15, so it's a little bit better than the one from the original one. So yeah, you can use this one instead. Even though the texture is a little bit broken, it still works. And next is I think this is the last one, the healing post. It just gives you regeneration 3 whenever it receives power, so it's pretty good at just giving you healing. And yeah, that's basically it for this add-on. It's a pretty good one for basic machinery if you want to add it to your worlds. And now number 1 is the advanced machinery expansion one that I've gone over like a million times. I think these slopes are still broken. Yeah, these slopes are broken because of the update, so don't use those. But there's still a lot of machines in this one that you can play around with. And my favorite one are the pylons. And this one works with advanced machinery, so you need a power core. And let's just set the power really quick. So my favorite thing about this is the pylons. You can like configure them to like teleport between locations, and it uses power from the power core. And there's a bunch of other things in here, so you should check this one out by watching the video and stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. There's a bunch of new add-ons for you to play around with, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.